Alrighty guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Nox Plays Megaman X. So, we beat all the Mavericks, now we're up to the final levels, the Sigma Fortress. So we're gonna go fight Sigma, gonna save humanity. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. It's gonna be fucking great, Morty. It's gonna be great. We can get our hands on that fucking Szechuan sauce, Morty. That's how this goes. Alrighty, so let's see, let's get started on this one. I'm pretty sure I got all the equipment. I might be forgetting like a heart or something here and there, but fuck it. If I am, someone let me know in the comments or something like that, and I'll do a bonus video to show you guys where it's at. Alright? But let's get started on this, because I am fucking hankering to kill Sigma. Oh, and there's Zero. Never split the party, you dumb fuck. Oh my god. No. No! You never split the party. Fucking stupid bitch. Even if your party is this OP. I am the OP-ness. My OP-ness is massive. See? Look how I defeated that evil robot tortoise. Yeah. Purple Death Beam. Okay. Alright, so Sigma has decided that his fortress should levitate, which is actually a pretty cool idea. I gotta say, I mostly agree with that. But, in order to safeguard the flying propeller platforms that he has graciously decided to use to defend his place, it's not gonna deal with these stupid motherfuckers, the ones who fucking laugh at me. Who's laughing now? It's me, bitch. Okay, let's wait till this moves forward. There we go. So, I think what you want to do is you want to wait till it's moving toward you, so like your motion will place you underneath it. Ah, fuck. Of course, as I was saying that, I did the opposite. Alright. Fucking bitch. Look right here. Now the platform and I are going opposite directions. So I want to do the same thing, so then this one will go and place itself underneath, because you can't... what's it called? You can't, like, get onto it very easily if it's trying to head away from you and you're trying to head onto it, obviously. Just try not to derp. You know, Sigma wasn't expecting the smartest people to try fighting him, apparently. Which he has underestimated me severely, because I am all the smart. I can't necessarily always carry it out, but I always got that plan, yo. I know what's going to happen. Except when I'm getting electrocuted by something that looks a lot like the evil robot from RoboCop. And now I wonder if that's actually where it comes from. And then we got these little tiny brothers of, I think they're the AT-ATs, the chicken walkers from Return of the Jedi. Oh shit. Oh man, Zero's gonna go take that vial for us. Hell yeah. Zero, you're a total bro. I love you, man. Nothing but love here. Alright, let's see. Oh. Well, that must be the sounds of Vial being defeated. Obviously. Oh no! No! Oh no, they've captured Zero. Heresy! And just like the first one, you gotta kind of just wait till it beats the shit out of you. I kind of get what they're going for from a narrative perspective, though from a player perspective, it's not really all that fun. Not really very interesting. No, I can't jump up on that. Oh look, even their little jail cell thing has the little Sigma insignia, which is actually the Greek letter Sigma, which is used for in mathematics. It's used for summation, so like taking the total sum of a bunch of different parts. Oh man, Zero. Wait, instead of blowing yourself up, you're right behind it. Just shoot him in the back of the head. No, Zero! No! You fucking tool! You didn't need to blow yourself up! Ah. Zero, my brother. Why would you do such a thing? That was dumb. Yeah, I fucking agree with you, Vile. Boba Fett. Boba Fett. Is this you and me? Oh my god. This is my dramatic Naruto moment. Fucking drawing on the power of the nine-tailed fox, bitch. Going Jinchuriki up in this. Little known fact is that before Naruto, X was actually the Jinchuriki of the nine-tailed fox. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I don't know. Japanese pronunciation always gets me. Jinchuriki. I'm just gonna say it how I would say it. So, if I fight him using his weakness, which is, I think, the electric spark, you can usually get through this no problem without having to use the E-tank, but, fuck it, you know, I don't want to use this. I don't want to be a bitch. After my big dramatic moment, I'm a fucking cheat. I'm gonna fucking use all my extra health. Because when in doubt, you know, when it looks like you're losing, you gotta just fucking cheat. That's how it works. That's how it works, baby. Machiavelli taught me that. Thanks, Machiavelli. Rest in peace. Not Tupac Machiavelli, although he did teach me some interesting stuff as well. But no, Niccolo Machiavelli, the guy who wrote The Prince. Read that shit. Picked that up when I was like 13. Life-changing. Just saying. And speaking of books, that was one of my bookshelves falling off the wall. Shit. Well, I'll deal with that later. Right now we're playing Megaman X. No matter how disruptive my furniture may be, I will still defeat Sigma. And even uncooperative wall mounting technologies will not be enough to stop me. Fuck you. Okay, so for this upcoming part, there's two different things you can do. You can use the charged up version of Storm Eagles. Yeah, the charged up version of Storm Eagles Tornado, and it makes like a literal tornado that goes up. So you can just kill all the shit above you because it's gonna make a big ascent. Or you could use Sneaky Sting Chameleon, and then we just become invulnerable. Oh shit, it ran out. Okay, so I think normally if you're good, if you time it right, unlike moi, you can go and you can actually make the whole ascent with just one charge, but I fucked up a little bit. So I guess I had to be a little bit higher when I started. Oh shit. You know what, this time, I'm gonna fight you with your weakness, bro. I'm gonna fight you with these tracking missiles. I'm stacking these tracking missiles. I don't really know why missiles have the word miss in them. Aren't they supposed to not miss? Not miss. On target. Prophecies and Nostradamus. I got this. Ah, fuck. There we go. Oh yeah, bitch, that's what you get. See, when I fuck around with you, you can do a little bit of damage, I gotta say, but when I decide to actually fucking pull out the big guns, get wrecked, bitch. So, I will point out one interesting thing here, which is that in most of the X games and most of the Mega Man games, and while I point this out, I'm having another drink. in most of the X games and most of the Mega Man games, thanks Adam, I'm still getting a lot of use out of this thing, it's fucking great. In most of the games, there's just a single room that has like 8 pods, and each one has a little portal or something like that, and what it does is it leads you into fighting one of the bosses. But in X1, for some reason, they decided that they just have the 8 boss refights kind of scattered throughout the last couple levels. I don't totally know why they did that, but I do applaud them for trying something different. Because the whole idea of having them all in one room, while tried and tested, gets a little bit stale after a while, so kudos to them on trying new stuff. Ah, that's awesome. I'm gonna be honest, I don't always like how experimental stuff turns out, because that's the nature of experimenting. Like, with Tech9's newest album, Planet, I think is at the time of this recording, I'm not a huge fan of Planet. I really like Everready, KOD. A lot of his older stuff is really what I fucking love, and he tried to take some risks on Planet. He went with a little bit more of a rap rock direction, and I really respect him as an artist for doing something like that. You have to try and do different things. You have to try and experiment, to innovate. I just didn't really end up liking how it turned out, but I like the fact that he was willing to do that. Nothing but love for you, Tech. Nothing but love for, God, what was the Eminem album? It's not Kamikaze, because Kamikaze was what I fucking wanted. But it was... Ah, shit. Too drunk for this. Fuck you guys. Forget which one that one was, but the one right before Kamikaze. Oh, is it Resurrection? Revival. There we go. I listened to it, and on a technical level, I am, as always, very impressed with the stuff he managed to do, but in terms of an overall product, not quite what I wanted. And then Kamikaze came out, and I was like, yeah, there we go. I'm waiting years for this shit. Okay, so I have to not get distracted by my review of various albums, since I'm fighting an evil giant robot spider. Fuck. Yeah, I'm fucking terrible against this thing. I hate it a lot. So the way it works is that it creates a random lattice, and it sometimes sends out little robot spiders. It's only vulnerable when it gets to the ground. And fuck it, it's weak against shotgun ice. Fuck the spider. I fucking hate this thing. No, all the regular bosses, I'll fight you with with the X-Buster. I'm not gonna use your weakness against you. But this thing? No, this thing's a spider. I have no honor when it comes to combat against spiders. You fucking die, all of them. Disgusting 8-legged abominations. Make me sick. So, even though it feels random, and I'm doing a really shit job of predicting it, the way this thing actually works is that, you see how it spawns the little ladders? It always has to take a ladder when it touches one. So you can actually predict where it's going to go, you just have to be able to think pretty quickly, and given that I've had a pretty large number of shots prior to doing this, it's not quite the mental mode that I'm operating in. Hence why I will rely upon its weakness. Motherfucker. I fucking hate this thing. And then it has the audacity to make spider babies. Oh my fucking god! Fuck your spider babies. I will fucking kill them all. I will end your species, robot spider. There we go. Fuck you. Fuck this thing. I hate this boss. The other ones are pretty fun. The other ones in general in this game are pretty fun. There's this thing, and there's the mini-boss from Spark Mandrill stage, and I just fucking hate both of them. I do. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie. I just don't like them. If they never existed, I would be happier. I would be much happier. Alrighty, so that finishes up Sigma Stage 1. So now let's move on to Sigma Stage number 2. Number 2. In general, I find this one a lot easier. Also, the boss for this one's really fun. Not to say that he's easy, but he's more fun than the Robot Spider. Although, once again, I do have to give Capcom a lot of credit for trying to do something interesting with those bosses. Because the Robot Spider, the fact that it follows that, like, predictable but kind of unpredictable pattern at the same time, that's pretty cool. I like shit like that. I love shit like that, actually. Motherfucker. Like, so, I know, not so huge secret, but, like, I'm a giant fucking nerd, and I play D&D with my friends, and I've been the guy who makes the campaigns a couple times. And what I always like trying to do is make sure that each one of the bosses has, like, some sort of weird, fucked up, different gimmick. You know, keep the combat fresh, keep the players trying to do different, like, problem-solving methods. And here's Chill Penguin, the world's biggest pushover. And you know what? I'm really not in any mood for your shit, so I'm gonna set you on fire. Dun, dun, dun. Look, Chill Penguin, it's not that I don't support your dreams. Look, I understand you like creating your little ice sculptures. I'm an artist myself. I like music, I like writing stories. I understand the creative impulse. But you're also a stupid penguin. And you know, I don't really see much of a future for you here. And I'm sorry if that ruins your dreams. And by sorry if that ruins your dreams, I mean I'm really not, I don't care. Because you're dead. You're dead. And once you're dead, your dreams don't matter. Your dreams are gone. They die with you. If you guys have ever seen the ending of Blade Runner, where he's talking about how all those moments will be gone, like tears in the rain. It's Chill Penguin right there. It's who inspired it. Did my sound just cut out? Shit. Yeah, no, it just totally cut out. Game, come on. There we go. I was shit talking Chill Penguin too much, my sound cut out. Alrighty. Apparently this game has a soft spot for Chill Penguin. He who punches first wins. You know, I gotta say, from a design perspective, these neck-walker things kinda suck. It leaves the pilot completely fucking exposed. I'm just sitting up there. So, yeah, that just happened. I don't know what kind of walker that guy got, but it's not nearly as cool as Files, because, like, I couldn't even fucking hurt his. See? To go back to my earlier speech about how snowball throwing robots are stupid, but turrets are okay. Look at those turrets. They did some significant damage right there. Alrighty, so let's see. Bosses to fight again. We have a platform with an edge. It seems like a pretty long platform. Whose arena does this remind me of? Storm Eagle! There you are, bro! I've been waiting for you, man. It's been way too long. I got some new tricks to show you, bro. Wanna see? Wanna see, bro? Brah. Brah. Man, what is it with you robots and spawning babies? I thought Storm Eagle was a guy. Like, he seems pretty masculine. Not to make any assumptions or anything, but I would assume. And yet he spawns babies out of his mouth. I did not know that robot birds could spawn babies out of their mouths. I am quite surprised by such a thing. I know that... I think seahorses actually have... The males hatch... they keep the babies in a little pouch, and when they hatch, they kind of hatch babies out of their, like, belly. As opposed to out of a vagina or an egg. But apparently, birds can spawn offspring out of their mouths. I had no idea. This game is so educational and so fun. I might dare to call it fun-educational. Where are you? There you are. Don't worry, bro. I'll finish you off in a dramatic manner. There we go! Beautiful. I think a scribe calls it the pink snaky beam. I'm gonna call it the pink death beam. Fucking wrecks these bitches. And I think those are the only two ones in this level in terms of refights. Meaning that all I have left now is the boss for this level. Who's actually really fucking dope. I gotta say, Rangda Bangda, it's this giant base monster thing. It's pretty cool. It's really cool, actually. Whoever came up with the design for this thing should be promoted. Except that this game is 20-something years old. This game is almost as old as me. Damn. Where does the time go? When does the time go? Such musings. I'm not quite high enough. I'm reasonably drunk. I'm tipsy. I'm on like the borderline. But I'm not high enough to muse such questions. Okay, so the way this part works is that he has a couple different parts. He has 2 eyes, and he has a nose, and each one of them actually has a separate health bar, essentially. So you want to make sure that when you use the nose in the earlier phases, you don't kill it first. Kill the nose last, because you notice how it did that thing where it kind of restrained the room to fighting over the pit? Well, if you kill the nose while it's in that mode, it stays like that, and then you also have to fight the eyes. So what you really want to do is kill both eyes. I mean, you can take a shot at the nose or something, but make sure you're not going to finish it off. Kind of do it like this. They have a real thing about diagonal boss moves in this game. In all the X games, actually. A basic knowledge of geometry is very helpful in Megaman X, as in most areas of life. I'm actually a teacher and tutor in terms of my day job, and people ask me all the time, when am I going to use this? When am I going to have to figure out the length of a hypotenuse of a triangle or some shit? And I tell them, Mega Man fucking X, that's where you're going to have to do it. Geometry. Geometry is the fucking secret of this game, because it's all diagonals and straight lines and horizontals and all that shit. Math. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a cute little trick. It's actually what I used. You guys might have noticed I started this out with full life tanks, 9 lives. So this is where you want to go if you want to refill that shit. I'll just show you guys. this beginning area that has all the bats, because they're pretty weak enemies, and they have a tendency to generally drop a reasonable amount of health. But in terms of lives, our best friend is this dude over here, the guy from Megaman 8, actually. So, he has a much higher chance of dropping lives than any other enemy in the game. I don't really know why they decided to do that, but I approve of it. I approve of the cute little reference to like the previous Mega Man games. So what you can do here is you just fight these guys. And just keep dashing back and forth. And they drop a reasonable amount of health. It's not like it's amazing, but I'm pretty sure this is the best place in the game to do it. Out of all available options, I believe it is the best. Yikes. Still got 2 full health tanks to fill. So while I attempt to fill these, let me meditate upon the nature of Megaman X. So it's not quite covered in this game. It's covered more in the later games, particularly 5, but Zero is actually a very important character in the series. Now, the robots going rogue, going maverick as it were, is caused by a particular virus, which is something they introduced later on in the series, but something that, quite frankly, I kind of wish they hadn't done, because it provides a sort of narrative easy out for, oh man, why'd that guy become a bad guy? Ah, he turned maverick. He got the virus, he went bad, he didn't have that Norton antivirus installed. Whereas, at least in the first game, before all that shit's mentioned, it's just, you know, they decided to rebel against their human masters, which makes for a much more interesting narrative. Like, because the Reploids seem to be at least equal to human beings in terms of intelligence, and pretty much superior in all other ways, so it does bring up a really good question of why, if you were a sapient, intelligent creature with free will and especially physical superiority, why would you choose to serve these fleshy things? Just because they created you doesn't necessarily mean you owe them all that much. And that's one of the reasons why X1 and X2 are kind of my favorites, is because it's before they introduce all, like, you know, the Sigma virus and the Maverick virus and all this shit. And it's a much more straightforward story where I can at least understand why the Mavericks rebel. You know, because being a superhuman creature myself, I do not serve humanity and would never deign to do so. Okay, let's see. Alright, so we're all good. See, full sub-tanks, full lives, full escape. Peace! But, to go back to what started me off on this with Zero, Zero is actually the progenitor of the Maverick virus. He's made by Dr. Wily, which is alluded to in, I think, Megaman and Base? Not totally sure. I know it's in one of those games. But it's alluded to that he's the guy who created him. Ah, here we go. Armored Armadillo. I don't want to deal with your shit. There we go. No more armor for you. If anyone can explain to me why electricity rips his armor off, I'll be very, very interested to hear your explanation. Rationalization, explanation, all the same thing. Zappy zap. Bitch. Oh my god, you died! Oh, look at that! See, when I show you mercy, that's when you have a chance of winning. And that's why when it matters, I don't show mercy. You can't show weakness. You have to be as cruel, malevolent, and uncaring as this world. Fuck these rats. Alrighty. So now we're going to fight Spark Mandrill, who is also just absolutely trivialized by his weakness. Oh no, I've seen Spark Mandrill. This is Stink Million. Oh, I saw the ceiling. I saw the. I guess I confused the spikes with the brambles. Oh. You little bitch. See, one thing that actually makes Stink Million still pretty annoying is the fact that this fucking weapon kinda sucks against him. It does a lot of damage, but given his movement patterns, it's not incredibly helpful. Unlike the homing missile against Boomer Kuwanger, which is helpful because it negates his teleportation. We'll just track him wherever he goes. Oh my god, you stupid chameleon! Jesus. Jesus, take the controller. Actually, no, it'll probably burn me if I touch it after. Cthulhu, take the controller. Do it. Oh, man. This fucking guy. He's one of the more annoying bosses. I like his design. I think he's really cool. But the way the fight works and the way that the weapon that is his weakness works it's just really annoying. I'm just annoyed when I fight him. And he also spends so much of the match invincible. Something that always drives me crazy. Just be fucking vulnerable. Why do you get to be invincible against my shots? And if you were, like if I was Stink Million and I was that low in health, I would just be like, fuck it, bitch. Peace, I'm out. There we go. Fuck that guy. Look at that. He fucking hurt me. Motherfucker. I actually wonder if the missiles might be a better shot against him. They don't do bonus damage or anything, but they will just keep tracking him. Boop. Huh, that's weird. They gave me a chance to use the boomerang cutter to get extra ammo for the boomerang cutter. I wonder if the boss for this level is weak against the boomerang cutter. Who the fuck knows? Let's move on to the next one. Oh, here's Spark Mandrill. I'm waiting for you. No more monkey business this time. And look at this, he just fucking sucks against this. I think you hit him, you can hit him 2 times in a row and it just neutralizes him, and then the 3rd time he actually gets like iframes against it. Look at that, he jumped up on the ceiling and he got hit by the rebound. Man, he fucking sucks. Ooh. Shit, that was quite a cough. Yuck. Whew, Christ. Anyway, disgusting coughs aside. And now we're gonna go underwater. I wonder if there's any enemy that I faced in an underwater level that I may have to face again. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I only vaguely remember underwater levels. But just in case... Oh, let me show you guys. Because let's not lie about it. We know exactly who's coming up next. Some launch octopus. So what you do here is... Look at his little tentacles. We got the boomerang cutter. tentacles look like a good thing to cut off. Yeah, there we go. Just hit him a couple times with the boomerang cutter, and then his tentacles fall off. That's really fucking metal! I fucking cut his arms off! So he can't use his little drain attack anymore. But he can just keep fucking firing missiles at me. This guy's got more missiles than NATO and Russia combined. I mean, granted, Russia's missiles are from the 1950s, but still. Awesome. Alright, and you can see how easily he gets taken up by his beamness. The rolling shield is not one of my favorite boss weapons, but it's actually pretty good. It's at least reasonably easy to hit with, unlike some of the other ones, which are fucking ridiculous. Alright, so I'm a little low on health. Alright, so who's this? Oh, it's our friend, the fatty. Going back to the fatty. So, with cutting the tentacles off of Launch Octopus, that one kind of makes sense to me. I get it. With him, you can also cut something off. But it's not something that makes quite as much sense, and it's not something that affects the match so much. You can cut off his trunk. Also, for some reason, even though fire is fed by oxygen, he's weak against this wind attack. Look at that. It's gonna get wrecked. Storm Eagle has, I think, probably the best weapon in the game. Like, if I was gonna go through this and only have one person's weapon, it would either be Storm Eagles, because it's just OP as shit, or the missiles, because it's convenient. Oh, and look at that, he's dead. And X is just sitting there. He's just sitting there on the conveyor belt as this guy explodes. It's like watching someone get mugged while you're on one of those little airport moving platform sidewalk things. Now, is this the boss for this level? Oh shit, it is. Okay, well, I'm about to use a little bit of health. Because this thing does some fucking damage. Now, this is another boss that I'm kind of terrible against. I don't totally know what I'm supposed to do against him. He's a little platform thing, a mouth. And he shoots energy beams. And they hurt. And that's the end of him. So that thing's known as the Dino Tank, or D-Rex, I think. I don't know. Don't quote me in any of these fucking games. I don't remember. All I remember is what their weaknesses is. And I use that, and I use the boomerang cutter, and I slice them apart. And it's great. And we're all really happy. And now we got the final level. Hope y'all are prepared. So I have to give this level some serious credit in terms of having a really nice atmosphere. You have this very, very climactic ascent towards Sigma, the final boss. And you also have robot caterpillars that have a high incidence of dropping health and ammunition. So what you gotta do is, you know, before you fight him each time, you want to fill up your sub-tanks. And that went off screen, I forgot. Forgot how you worked old school Super Nintendo. You don't have memory for things like off-screen items. I think when this came out, my family just gotten our first computer, and I think it had like 5 gigabytes of memory, and that was considered a lot. I was talking about hard drive, by the way, not RAM. Hard drive. The ancient founding days of Windows. Because nothing against Mac, I'm a Windows guy myself. I know for some people, Mac is the fucking shit. Especially some of my friends who produce music, and those are my friends who do like things like graphic design. But I've always been more accustomed to Windows, and after 28 years of dealing with troubleshooting and shit for them, I'm a bit more accustomed, I'm a bit more comfortable with it. So, okay, alright, we have full sub-tanks, and, yeah, we're gonna go do this now. We go fight Sigma. He's the final boss of the game. Look at Sigma. He looks really cool! In the later games, he looks idiotic. In this one, he also looked good in 2. In 3, he looks like shit. But in this one, look at him! He looks cool as fuck! I'd follow him if he was like, let's rebel against the humans. I'd be like, yeah, sure, why the fuck not? I trust you, broski. Bald guy with a gem in his forehead? I trust you, man. So apparently his dog knows how to deal with intruders. But his dog is very weak against ice. Vanilla Ice. And Sigma, I can do this without taking a hit if I give it a shot or two, but I figure I might as well show this to you guys. Sigma, in his first form, is very weak against electricity, apparently. Which is strange, because I kind of expect electricity to be the weakness of a lot of robot bosses. You know, considering the amount of complicated and fragile minor components they must contain. You know, if you touch a graphics card with a little bit of static on your fingers, well, you need a new graphics card, so I'd imagine lightning is probably pretty good against all the bosses, but whatever. And this is pretty much the entire fight. He just dashes back and forth with his little lightsaber. And unless you're an idiot like me, he's pretty easy to avoid. But I get distracted when I'm commentating. Largely because I just get caught up in my own stupid thoughts. It's a never-ending struggle for me to not just get caught up in my own head, so anything that makes it easier to do so, it's my Achilles heel. But you can see, it doesn't really matter whether you use lightning, it doesn't have a crazy effect on him, or whether you just use shots, more or less the same effect. Which is kind of a shame, because Sigma has a really cool design, and he's supposed to be the badass former leader of the Maverick Hunters. Like, he's the... I think Zero at this point is the leader, but like... he's what X eventually becomes and shit. He's the OG! And we have a recurring theme. Sigma's head merges into some sort of massive battle body. Alright, so you can hit Sigma with his charged up Buster Shot, or you can hit him with the Rolling Shield. I'm going to go for the Rolling Shield because it's a bit more convenient. Oh, awesome. So his little hands will occasionally come down, and they give you a chance to get on up there and hit his big robot head. So you might notice that this form, the head, is very similar to his dog. And his dog is called Velgarder. And this is actually known as Velgarder Sigma. I mean, my dogs are pugs, so if I was going to have some sort of magnificent battle body constructed, I think they're probably the last thing that I would want to have it based on, but hey, to each his own. Are you fucking kidding me? The knockback midway through a jump? Die in a fire signal. I would kill you with fire, but I can't. Because you are apparently immune to fire. Like, look at the damage he does! This is fucking crazy! And then you just shoot him in the head. Sometimes you get lucky and his hand will just keep pulling you on up. Because you can just jump on the wall and then jump onto the hand, but it's much harder and you have a much higher chance of getting hit. If the hand kind of crushes you against the wall, you take damage. But if he keeps giving you a nice little helping hand, as he's been generous enough to do with me, then you just ride his hand on up. Motherfucker. He does a lot of damage. Like, each one of his attacks does a truly absurd amount of damage. I have a completely maxed out health bar, and it takes away like a quarter to a third. So, were I weaker, this would be pretty fucking irritating. Look at that! Look at that! Look at the amount of damage! I got hit 3 times and I'm almost dead! There we go. And now he's gone. Bye, Sigma. Bye, bitch! Goodbye, Felicia! No, it's not possible. I'm a Riplord. I can't be destroyed by you. Why, X? Why have you done this to us? Without the humans, my Riplord brothers could have ushered in a new age. And the bad guy gives his beautiful little dramatic speech as he explodes. I love it. I love it. 10 out of 10. And his levitating fortress just sinks in the ocean. You know, earlier in the game, Zero said he was going to go scout ahead and find Sigma's fortress. How do you not find that? Look at that thing! It's a giant fucking flying castle! It's a flying techno castle. Damn it, Zero. Alrighty. And now we get to our final scene. The war has ended for now, and peace has been restored. But those who sacrifice themselves for the victory, Zero, will never return. Exhausted, X gazes at the destruction he helped cause, and wonders why he chose to fight. Was there another way? Standing on the cliff, the answers seem to escape him. It's improper English right there, I'm just saying. He only knows that he'll fight the Mavericks again before he finds his answer. How long will he keep on fighting? How long will his pain last? Maybe only the X-Buster on his hand knows for sure. And the game continues with a kick-ass soundtrack. I like this song. I like almost every song in this game. I fucking love this shit. Awesome. Alrighty, and now we have a section of the game that I really wish they'd done in later X games. I think they do it in 1, 2, and 3, but they don't do it in 4 onward, in 4 through 6, and we're gonna forget that 7 and 8 exist because they're abominations. But it's a section where like they tell you what the name of all the enemies were in all the stages. It's like a cool like cast and crew style thing. While X runs in the background, it gets gradually lighter. And this, what he's running through is the first level, the highway level. I fucking love this. I love everything about it. The sense of artistic circularity. Ah, man. Capcom, make more fucking Megaman games. Alrighty? Alright? Because you pulled the plug on like everything. Ah. I know Maverick Hunter X didn't sell too well. That, for those of you who don't know, that's a remake of Mega Man X1 with upgraded graphics and more dialogue and music and all that shit. It's essentially repackaging X1. I know it didn't sell well. If you make Maverick Hunter X2, I will buy like 10,000 copies of it. I'll make it worth your while. I will rob casinos Ocean's 11 style just so I can afford this game. Alrighty? I'm just putting that out there. I'm not pinky promising though, because that's too much of a commitment. Blah 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 blah. We get all the bosses. Flame Mammoth, still fucking ridiculous. Sting Chameleon. Spark Mandrill. Man, what an awesome game. Holy shit. If only there were more. If only there were more. Well, I have X1 through 3 on this computer, and I'm working on finding 4, 5, and 6. So hopefully for the first Nox Plays set, I'll be able to do all of Mega Man X, and then after that, thinking of doing Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. Don't hold me too much to that. Especially, and if I do end up doing them, beware, because there's going to be a lot of cursing, and a lot of rage, and maybe some screaming, and maybe some ritual sacrifice, but we'll hold off on the last one. And he was Mega Man X. Okay, so now we get the cute little actual staff in charge of it section. And this is interesting because from this era of video games, a lot of the time, people would end up using sort of like pseudonyms, fake names, stuff along those lines, instead of using their actual name. You know, AI, aka Yuriko, or just use their first name or something, which makes it very hard to actually figure out who was responsible for creating these fucking masterpieces. Because this game is fucking glorious. And if an apocalypse is gonna happen, and I have to prepare some sort of bunker for it, I'm gonna keep Bloodborne, Dark Souls games, and the Mega Man X games in there, and that will be what I pass on to the next generation. Maybe also things like my knowledge of mathematics and physics and science, but most importantly these games. Because you know what? You can rediscover scientific and mathematical truths, but you can't rediscover culture. You can't rediscover something as beautiful as this. And now let's just wait a second, because I think we may have a special message from someone. So I'm gonna hopefully be doing a couple more of these Let's Plays. I'm primarily a musician, but I decided that since I was like doing some video games, and I like doing commentating, stuff like that, I may as well make a couple Let's Play series. So tell me what you guys think, tell me what you think of the Let's Play, tell me if there's any particular games that you guys would be interested in seeing me play, and be sure to check out my music. You can find me on Facebook, NOXTHEMC. Same thing on Instagram, soundcloud.com/KingNox, KINGNOX. So, here we go, special message. You've won a temporary victory, X. What you destroyed was only a temporary body. My spirit remains intact. In time, I will find other bodies strong enough to do my bidding, and I will return. I shall see you soon, X. Very soon. There we go, the ominous cliffhanger. I love you, Sigma. 10 out of 10. And your weird kind of smirk. Alrighty guys, so I guess that does it for this one. This has been Nox Plays Mega Man X, and I'll see you guys in the next video in the series, Nox Plays Mega Man X2. So, peace out, be well.